Hello everyone, we're heading into the Rain and Fina Master Crown Challenge. Missions for this is no continues, no death in 5 turns, and we are limited to ice category units only. So this is the team I put together. Tried to go as cheap as possible, but it's not quite budget. So up first we have Snow. Snow does have leader skill, 100% defense and spirit. I'm not using it. There's no leader skill on this team, don't really need it. So he's starting in the base form, that way he does auto physical cover. In his base, the hat is just 100% draw attacks. I gave him 100% evasion. And that's about it for the base. The only other thing is he does have an Esper that has an attack spell learned. So I have Carbuncle on him with Banish. Any Esper and any attack spell will work. And then his shift, mainly focused on resist. So we have a decent amount of elemental resist for just about everything. And he's got a decent amount of spirit too. And left the card slot empty, don't really need it. And I did try to use mostly cheap gear on him. He still has the hat for 100% draw attacks in the shift form. Up next is the new Reagan, and he's pretty much the big damage carry. So we are using Frivia's sword. I have Frivia on the team, and we're only using one of the sword, and he has it. So aside from the sword, we're using pretty much cheap gear on him. And the Clash accessory is just the stat one. So we do have maxed out Demon, Human, Dragon, and Reaper Killer with maxed out limit damage. The big thing though is we have Bomb on him, and we do have the extra break damage. So that is a little bit of extra damage there, but with all that, Reagan is pretty much the damage carry for this. We have X-Star, so we chose X-Star to break the gauge and then just be a chaining partner mainly. So dual wield, katana build, and I gave him some attack and killers. The free X-Star card that we got for logging in. So he has 175 Demon, 300 Human, 300 Dragon, 125 Reaper, and he doesn't do much damage, honestly. Frivia, we just have her Materia in both forms. She's doing no damage. She's here to break and do some support. She does also need an Esper with an attack magic. So I have Fenra, and we just have Blizzard. So Esper with attack magic and her own trust, and that's about it that we need on her. And then we have Yoshikiri. So for Yoshikiri, I just have his trust. We have 3 stars to reduce mana cost and BA start, and I have the same thing in both forms, and that's all we need. So I'm starting Yoshikiri in the shifted form. Fravia's starting in shift just because her breaks are there and it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's jump into this. Alright, Snow is just going to banish turn 1. Yoshikiri in the shift. We're going to Hikomori. We're going to Ice Scroll to Ice Imbue everybody. If you have EX3, Yoshikiri, Frozen LCD. If you only EX2, we can just Chakra Purge, and we'll go through as if he wasn't EX3. Fravia in the shift. We're going to Magnus for the break. We can Flick, and honestly, her last move doesn't really matter. We'll hit Coup. Axstar is going to triple Lethal Mind to break the gauge. And then for Reagan, so if we used Frozen on Yoshikiri, we can skip using the Ice Imbue on Reagan. But we're going to do the Ice Imbue because we didn't use the move on Yoshikiri. Do the cooldown to boost his LB, and then we'll do Sonic Blade and put the little dot on the boss. So as long as we use magic attacks, the boss will stay magic immune and we can do physical damage. So turn 2, Snow is going to shift. We're going to do Magic Cover and Heroic Guard. Fravia is now just going to do our magic damage to lock the boss from going physical immune. Yoshikiri, we're going to BA start on Reagan. We can redo Ice Scroll because whatever. And honestly, whatever. Chakra Purge is fine again. Reagan's going to do regular limits. X-Star is going to triple on his Destructive Blade, and we'll just let them chain. And that was a high variance roll. Alright, so turn 3, Snow is going to banish to magic lock the boss. Fravia goes to the base. We're going to quad cast. So first we're going to do the field, which will also boost our Ice and View. We're going to do her Magnus to unlock the better moves, and then we're going to double mana back. And that's going to help out Axstar a little bit. Right, Reagan is going to super. X-Star is going to Destructive, Guiding, and Deathblade. We'll let them chain. Alright, so variance has been a little bit higher than test runs, but that's fine. Yoshikiri goes to the base now. And we're going to triple finishing for LB Fill. So we might have already killed it if we used Yoshikiri's EX3 move. But we'll finish it off this turn. So Fravia is going to fill limit, so quad her Chaos Wave Awaken, which we got the plus version, so it gives a little bit of extra crystals. Reagan's not full, so Yoshikiri can just triple his again. Reagan's going to limit, and X-Star is just going to triple Destructive. So obviously, Reagan was the damage carry. X-Star added in a tiny bit, but everybody else was there just for support. And there's all missions done. So I think that might be about as cheap as I can figure it out. But not too bad overall. We're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.